Apple seems to be making a long overdue upgrade with the iPhone 17 Pro, and it's one that many users have been waiting for. A new rumor suggests that the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will finally come with 12 gigabytes of RAM, a jump that seems necessary with Apple's increasing focus on artificial intelligence. While Apple has always been behind in the RAM department compared to its Android rivals, this change could be a game changer for performance and the future of Apple intelligence. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are expected to be announced in September, following Apple's usual launch timeline. Recently, there have been discussions about a potential design shift, with some leaks suggesting that the Pro models could look quite different, possibly resembling Google's Pixel phones. Whether that turns out to be true or not, one thing is certain: the iPhone 17 Pro series will likely be built with Apple Intelligence in mind, requiring more power to run AI-driven features smoothly. Earlier rumors suggested that only the iPhone 17 Pro Max would receive a RAM upgrade to support these demanding AI processes. However, new information from analyst Jeff Pugh of GFHK Tech Research now indicates that both the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will feature LPDDR5 12GB of RAM. According to Pugh, this increase is essential to handle the growing processing needs of generative AI, which Apple Intelligence is expected to rely on heavily. Apple's approach to RAM upgrades has always been conservative compared to Android manufacturers. For instance, Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra also comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM, and Samsung's Ultra series has had this option for several years. In contrast, Apple's most recent Pro models, the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, were limited to just 8 gigabytes of RAM, while non-Pro models had an even lower 6 gigabytes. It's no surprise that older iPhones can't run Apple Intelligence, as they simply don't have the memory to support it. Even the recently launched iPhone 16 comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM, showing that Apple is gradually increasing memory across its lineup. What this latest rumor suggests is that Apple Intelligence might require even more RAM in the future, potentially allowing for more advanced AI features. If Apple is equipping its Pro models with 12 gigabytes of RAM, it raises the possibility that some Apple Intelligence functions could be exclusive to these devices. This would follow Apple's pattern of making certain features available only on its high-end models, encouraging users to opt for the Pro versions. While Apple's RAM upgrade is a step in the right direction, the competition is already moving ahead. Some high-end Android phones now come with 16 gigabytes of RAM, setting a new standard for flagship performance. Apple's ecosystem is optimized to make the most of its hardware, but as AI technology advances, having more RAM will be crucial for delivering a smooth and responsive experience. The iPhone 17 series is shaping up to be an interesting lineup. Along with the rumored RAM boost, reports suggest that Apple might introduce a super slim iPhone 17 Air, which would replace the Plus model. Some leaks claim that this device could be just 5.5 millimeters thick at its thinnest point, making it one of the slimmest smartphones ever. Is Google's new Pixel 9 going to be more expensive than expected? A new report suggests the price might be higher than many had hoped, which could change how it competes in the budget-friendly smartphone market. The Pixel 9a has already been leaked multiple times, with renders, live photos, and even hands-on videos showing exactly what to expect. It was even spotted next to Samsung's unreleased Galaxy S25 Edge, making it one of the most well-documented upcoming devices. But while we know its design and specifications, the pricing has remained a debated topic until now. A recent report from a reliable source claims to have settled the discussion, and the numbers may not be what some were hoping for. In the United States, the Pixel 9a is expected to cost $499 for the 128GB version and $599 for the 256GB variant. In the United Kingdom, those numbers translate to £499 and £599. In Canada, the phone is expected to be priced at $679 for the base model and $809 for the higher storage option. Across Europe, the pricing varies slightly, with Ireland seeing a starting price of €559, while Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain are expected to have the device available at €549 for the 128GB version and €649 for the 256GB model. These prices are in line with earlier leaks, but there were recent reports suggesting the Pixel 9a could launch at a lower price, at least in some European markets. Those rumors created hope for a more affordable option, but it now seems that won't be the case. Instead, the Pixel 9a is positioned to match the launch price of its predecessor, the Pixel 8a, which also started at $499 in the United States and similar price points elsewhere. While it's not surprising for a phone to maintain its previous pricing, some may feel disappointed, especially if they had expected a slight price drop. At one point, there were rumors of a €499 or $449 Pixel 9a with premium features like a 120Hz OLED display, 8 gigabytes of RAM, a dual camera system with 48 megapixel and 13 megapixel sensors, and a 5,100 mAh battery. That combination at a lower price would have made the Pixel 9 one of the strongest budget-friendly options. But with the higher pricing, it's now facing stronger competition from rival brands. The main question now is how well the Pixel 9a will compete against other smartphones in its price range. Compared to the iPhone 16e, Samsung's Galaxy S24 FE, and the OnePlus 13R, it does offer a few advantages, but it also faces some tough challenges. The Pixel 9a will be priced slightly lower than Apple's budget model and Samsung's Fan Edition device, while being a bit more expensive than Motorola's latest mid-range offerings or Samsung's Galaxy A35 5G. But potential buyers may also consider the standard Pixel 9, which typically starts at $799 but often sees discounts, bringing it down to $699 or even $649 at major retailers. Is Samsung about to shake up the mid-range smartphone market with its latest Galaxy A series phones? The company has started teasing the launch of 3 new models: the Galaxy A26, Galaxy A36, and Galaxy A56. These devices are expected to bring solid features at competitive prices, but what stands out the most is Samsung's promise of 6 major Android OS updates. If these phones launch with Android 15, they could receive updates all the way to Android 21, something that is rare for mid-range smartphones. Samsung India recently shared teaser videos that hint at the upcoming launch. The clips show a triple camera setup, which aligns with the leaked renders of the Galaxy A36 and Galaxy A56. While Samsung hasn't confirmed the official release date, reports suggest these models could be launched next month. These phones aim to offer a balance between performance, camera quality, and long-term software support, making them a strong option for users looking for affordable yet capable smartphones. Starting with the Galaxy A26, this phone is expected to feature a 120Hz Super AMOLED display with a U-shaped notch for the front camera. It could be powered by Samsung's Exynos 1380 processor, which should handle everyday tasks smoothly. The main camera is said to be 50 megapixels, ensuring clear and detailed photos. To keep the device running all day, it will likely come with a 5,000 mAh battery that supports 25-watt fast charging. Samsung is expected to release this model in 3 colors: black, green, and white. Moving to the Galaxy A36, it could come with a 120Hz OLED display featuring a punch-hole camera cutout for a more modern look. Under the hood, it may be powered by the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 processor, a chip manufactured by Samsung's own foundry. The front camera might be 12 megapixels, offering better quality selfies and video calls. Just like the A26, this phone is also rumored to have a 5,000 mAh battery, but with an upgrade to 45-watt fast charging, meaning it could charge significantly faster. This model is expected to be available in black, green, purple, and white. The Galaxy A56 is expected to be the most powerful of the 3. It could be equipped with the Exynos 1580 processor, which includes 4 high-performance cores and an AMD RDNA 3-based graphics unit. This should result in better performance for gaming and graphics-intensive tasks. The camera setup may consist of a 50-megapixel primary sensor, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens for capturing wider shots, and a 5-megapixel macro camera for close-up photography. The front camera is also rumored to be 12 megapixels, similar to the A36. Powering this device could be a 5,000 mAh battery with 45-watt fast charging. Samsung is expected to release this phone in 4 color options: black, green, pink, and white. What really makes these devices stand out is the promise of long-term software support. Most mid-range smartphones receive 2 or 3 major software updates, but Samsung is offering 6, which is typically reserved for flagship